You've just got the kids to bed. It's late. The kitchen's quiet except for the hum of the fridge. You've got receipts scattered across the table, a half-finished invoice open on your laptop, and one haunting question in your head. Am I falling behind? And you feel as if everyone else is running a race that you haven't even registered for yet. So the whispers of AI are everywhere. LinkedIn, podcasts, even your group chat. And all you hear is, you need a new system. You need a new tool. You need a computer science degree just to compete.
Stop. You don't need another overpriced, overhyped app.
That's right, Hal. Because this episode, Zero to AI in One Click, it's all about unlocking the hidden tools you already own. So this isn't about hype, it's about help. Hello and welcome back, my fellow entrepreneurs. I'm Kim, your host of Small Business Big AI, the podcast where we talk about AI strategies for busy owners who want real results, not tech headaches. Now, for those of you who have been with us from the beginning, you know that this show has always been about one thing, and that's making AI real for you. Because in the AI era, we're not just building small businesses. We're building technology-enabled superpowers. And of course, got my partner and co-host Hal in the studio with me today.
When we started this podcast, the conversation was all about the shiny new things, the hype, the promise. But as we entered in the second year, we heard a different kind of story from you. We seen the reports, read the emails, and scrolled through the comments.
Now, you told us that you're tired of the noise, and you told us that AI feels overwhelming. You also told us that you wanted to see some real tangible wins that don't require a computer science degree.
So we're pulling back the curtain on AI that's been hiding in plain sight.
That's right, Hal. So with a 3-part series, we're going deeper into the intersection of AI and implications for small businesses. Now, we're talking about how agents and predictive analytics and embedded AI will change customer expectation and business models in small businesses. So here's the real question. Where do you actually start with AI if you're a busy business owner? Now, that's what today's episode and this entire 3-part series is all about. We're calling it AI that works for small business. And the first step, it's actually not what you think.
We're starting with low barrier tools already inside the systems you use every day. No futuristic robots, no complex dashboards, just a reset.
So for owners who don't know how, this is a better way to start. That zero to AI gap that causes fear and anxiety, well, we're going to close it today.
Grab a cup of coffee or your favorite drink of choice and settle in.
Because your journey to a technology-enabled superpower starts right now.
As promised, no hype, just real help.
So Hal, one of the biggest takeaways from our anniversary episode was clear, and that's that people want real help, not just this hype.
Yeah, Kim, after reading through a few of the comments, I get it. AI is exploding. Owners know it's going to play a bigger role in their businesses, but they're worried, especially non-technical entrepreneurs. They just don't want complexity. They don't want another tool that they never use.
Which how it really goes back to having systems in place. Systems are considered a must have and are really essential for keeping things running smoothly, especially during busy times, or really when life happens.
And any small business owner knows firsthand that life happens.
True. So having systems dictate so many things, least of which is whether business owners will hit their revenue goals. Now, that's critical for growth, even when you're trying to move from six figures to higher revenue goals.
But if you're reading the clickbait headlines or listening to a podcast from people who have absolutely no experience in business or who had never started a business, all you get is a bunch of fluff about tools that don't even work. You know, like some novice that reviewed a tool and wants you to click and buy because they get a referral fee.
Wow, Hal, you're not pulling any punches today, are you? But listen, I have to push back because some of those tools, they do actually help, right? I mean, not all of them are fluff.
Sure, Kim, but let's be real. Most people don't need 10 dashboards and 3 AI writing tools. They need one tool that works, a strategy to use it. The rest, noise.
Okay, I hear you. Noise.
I'm just saying there's a difference between talk and reality, between someone who's actually run a business and written $1 million check and someone who just read about it.
Okay, Trigger. But reading is fundamental.
You know what I mean.
Okay, true. Nothing beats experience.
Exactly. And experience tells you this: you don't need every new thing. You don't need to chase every new shining object.
Which is not necessary when the best tools are already embedded in applications you're already using, Hal.
That's right, because the big boys are in a race to beat one another. Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, they're giving us access to things we need.
So, what you're saying is while the big tech giants fight to win the race, they're actually handing us what we need to compete.
That's it. Owners just need to unlock what's already there, what's hidden beneath the surface.
Now, Hal, I think you're giving these tools too much credit because they're not hiding. They're waving at us like, click me, click me. So maybe we're just too scared to click.
Maybe, or maybe we've been trained to overcomplicate things. You want to start using AI. Start with a single button. Click, automate, win.
Wow, a single button. Now, coming up next, we're walking you through the quiet power moves that solopreneurs, agency owners, and family businesses are making without buying a single new app. Now, we're talking about Olivia, the overwhelmed solopreneur, and Carla, the seasoned entrepreneur facing stiff competition, and Mike, who runs a family tire shop. Real businesses, real tools, no fluff. Ready to unlock the power of AI for your small business? Well, don't just listen. Become a small business big AI insider. Subscribe and get ready to dominate. Okay, listeners, the impact of artificial intelligence, it's moving incredibly fast. Now, I mean, this is happening right now. Not next year, not next quarter, but right now in your industry. So, just for a moment, I want you to forget about the hype. I want you to close your eyes and picture this.
Unless you're driving, then keep your eyes open.
Right. So, Now, imagine Olivia, okay? She's a freelance marketing strategist, a solopreneur. Now, she lives and breathes client work, but her real job, it's nonstop admin, invoicing, scheduling, follow ups, the never ending, where's my proposal loop. Now, she started her business to feel free, but now she's chained to her inbox. She hears all about AI, but all she can think is, I don't have time to learn a new tool. And I definitely don't have time to pay for one.
What Olivia doesn't know, the help she needs is already there inside her Calendly and QuickBooks. She doesn't need a new app. She needs to unlock the invisible assistant already built in. Let's say a client needs a follow-up email. Instead of writing it from scratch, she clicks an AI-powered template in her CRM. It sends a warm, personalized nudge in seconds. Boom! 10 minutes saved. Now let's talk invoicing. Instead of tracking payments manually, QuickBooks uses AI to match payments to the right invoice. No more late nights and spreadsheet chaos.
So for Olivia Howe, AI isn't flashy. It's not some toy. It's the quiet relief of a balanced spreadsheet and really a full night's sleep. Now, let's talk about Carla. Now, she's a seasoned entrepreneur. She runs an insurance agency where everything runs on trust, precision, and compliance. And her clients, they're not just buying a policy, they're buying peace of mind. And for Carla, handing off sensitive data to a new AI tool, well, it feels risky. So she's not chasing shortcuts. She's looking for safeguards.
Here's the thing the AI Carla needs. It's already running in the background. When a new client sends a long, messy application, she doesn't stress about typos or misfills. Her document software uses AI to scan for problems, missing signatures, incomplete forms, compliance red flags. It flags what needs attention. She gives it a quick review, and just like that, her documents are airtight before they're submitted.
So this isn't about killing tasks, it's about building trust. This AI doesn't shout, it whispers, I've got your back. And that's how Carla wins. Not just with speed, but with professionalism, precision, and peace of mind.
And if you're in a regulated space, law, healthcare, insurance, finance, ask yourself this: are you trusting your memory or building a system that has your back? All right, let's talk about Mike. He runs a family owned tire and auto shop. His business is built on trust, a firm handshake, and the hum of an engine running just right. For Mike, AI isn't about the fluffing marketing stuff. It's about the bottom line. Right part, right place, and making sure the customer gets a call when the car is ready. Spending hours on social media? That feels like a waste of time. Time he'd rather spend on the shop floor.
Yeah, and Mike's challenge isn't content, it's really chaos. When a customer calls for a tire quote, his team is slammed in the back. So they want to follow up, but often can't find the time. So that's where the hidden AI comes in.
Instead of scribbling a note and hoping someone remembers, Mike can use AI already inside his shop software. When a call comes in, it grabs the customer's name and number. Then it sets an auto reminder to call him back within the hour. If no one follows up, The AI sends a friendly text. We've got your request. We have your quote to you shortly.
So the AI didn't close the sale. It just made sure the human connection didn't get lost. Now, that one text keeps trust alive and it lets the team focus on fixing what's under the hood.
For Mike, it's not about being creative. It's about being reliable, one follow-up at a time.
So let me ask you, how many sales have you lost just because you were busy?
But this isn't about Olivia, Carla, or Mike.
It's about you and the moment you might miss because you're waiting for the perfect solution.
The business down the street, they're not better than you.
They're just clicking faster.
Kim, let's not sugarcoat it. Comfort is expensive. Too many business owners get stuck in research mode, comparing tools, reading reviews, watching demos, and never actually use anything. That delay is a wide open window for your competitors. While you wait, they show up in search. They respond first. They close the deal. You're comparing, they're clicking.
And that's the trap, Hal. That's the hype. So AI isn't some future concept. It's already in your business right now. So sitting quietly inside tools you already use. It's just waiting for you to take that first step.
Strap in. Put on your jetpack and win. Because the tools you use every day, they're getting smarter behind the scenes.
So ask yourself, are you paying for tools you barely touch? Are there features in your software you've never even clicked?
One small activation, that's all it takes. That's the shift from stuck to scaling, from old habits to new systems.
Now, coming up next, we're moving from theory to impact. If you're enjoying the episode and picking up some valuable insights, make sure to subscribe to Small Business Big AI on your favorite podcast app so you never miss out on future conversations. And hey, if you know someone who could use this information, go ahead and share it with them too. All right, it's time to take off the strategist hat and pull up a chair. This is Coffee Table Conversations with Kim and Hal. And today we're talking about the moment we realize the old rules of business just don't work anymore. So, before we dig in, let me ask you something, my small business big AI insiders. What would be different in your business next month if you started using AI this week? And here's why I ask. AI isn't a gimmick. It's not a shortcut. It's the new cost of staying in the game. Now, if you're doing the same work, the same way, at the same speed you were last year, then you're already behind. Because that shop just down the street, the one like yours, or the one across town closest to a busy intersection, they're not working harder. They're using invisible tools to work 5 times faster. And they're quietly resetting the expectations of your customers.
Tell them, Kim, no soft pedaling around this coffee table.
Well, Hal, it really is a different era, a turning point. And honestly, It might be the best time in history to be an entrepreneur.
And you're not just talking about this anymore. You're in it. You're building a new business from the ground up.
Yeah, how? And it's humbling. You go from being the expert behind the mic to being the one at the kitchen table with tabs open, browser crashing, just trying to figure it all out. And one of our biggest headaches, something so basic, it's almost laughable. And that's finding commercial office space.
The lease hunt in Florida? I thought we'd make a few calls and be done.
Right. That was a plan. But instead, we hit a wall. We called these real estate agents. We emailed them, and nothing. Crickets. And you start wondering, are they just ignoring us? Do they just not want the business? It was so frustrating, Hal.
The old way wasn't working. Phone calls, emails, playing by the rules.
Exactly. So really, we had to take a step back and think. The problem wasn't a lack of buildings or, a lack of commercial spaces for lease. It was a lack of access. Human gatekeepers blocking the info that we needed. And that's when we flipped into AI mode. So we had to find a new way to communicate to reach the market.
What do you do when the gatekeepers go silent? Do you wait or do you go in the back door? This is the money shot, folks. This is the difference between a business owner and a visionary builder.
So we get in our car, we started driving around, and whenever we saw a building we liked, we'd stop. Now, instead of calling the number on the sign, the one nobody was answering, we pulled out our phones and we took a photo. And thanks to multimodal AI, we uploaded it to Google Gemini, or you could use Microsoft Copilot.
In other words, we used what's already embedded in the tool. We used AI to see what we saw, to decode the world around us.
Exactly. And here's where it got strategic. We used our own impact framework, the same one we teach in our course.
We identified the problem.
Right. And that's step one, I for identity.
The problem was simple. No one was calling us back.
Then came M for mode. Now, this wasn't a business doc or spreadsheet. We needed multimodal, an AI that could analyze an image.
So you snapped a photo with your iPhone, a tool that you already had, and then P, what were the parameters? What did you need?
Okay, well, the parameters were specific. We wanted real estate data, we wanted public records, ownership info, lease listings, not market trends. We just wanted that building, the one we were sitting in front of, the one that we had just taken the photo of.
Then came A for activate. That's where you crafted the actual prompt.
Right, Hal. So strategically, I incorporated all the previous steps, based on the identified needs, the desired mode, and the set parameters. So it was something like analyze this photo. Is this property leased? Who owns it? What do public records say?
And you could swap in your favorite prompt framework if you want. But the key is it worked fast.
So seconds later, we had the info. No callbacks, no gatekeepers, just answers. We bypassed the roadblock entirely from just a picture.
That's Olivia's sanity, our overwhelmed solopreneur.
And that's Carla's compliance, our seasoned entrepreneur strategist.
That's Mike's operational lifeline. You're not just using AI, you're building the edge.
So then we hit C for check. So we verified the info. We cross-checked phone numbers and we really ran a few follow-ups. But here's the funniest part. We got so deep into our little detective session, we didn't notice a security guard walking toward us. Now, he definitely thought we were casing the joint.
Yep. Local podcasters caught snooping using AI. That's the headline. Two business owners using AI, but looking like amateur spies.
Yeah, and all we wanted was a lease.
And that moment, the T transformation part, is a perfect metaphor for the AI era.
Exactly how. So the tools are there. They're quiet, invisible, already in your pocket. Now, sometimes it gets a little awkward, but the results, that's what counts. It's the difference between waiting and acting, not wasting time waiting for a call back just so that you can make a decision.
And that speaks to a bigger truth. It answers the question I hear a lot. How can AI predict the future if it's trained on the past? But actually, that's not the point. AI doesn't have to predict the future. It just has to help you see the present clearly enough to make better decisions.
That's it, Hal. It's about moving from reaction to intention. Going back to what I said in the opening about systems. So, systems make the shift possible. And that's also true in hiring. No, we're using AI tools inside of LinkedIn to screen for the right team members who also align with our goals. Now, we're not just looking for a resume, we're looking for a fit, but not everyone's ready. Some are afraid to admit what they don't know.
And that's where leadership matters. You're not just using AI to replace people, you're using it to find the best people, to build something stronger, a better business, not just a more automated one.
Like I said, Hal, a technology enabled superpower, one small step at a time.
So, Kim, let's bring it all home. We started this conversation with a problem, a frustration. We're doing everything the right way and getting nowhere. What we learned? The answer isn't push harder on an old system. It's to think differently.
Exactly, Hal. And for you, our listeners, the same thing is true. You don't need to wait for some far off, fully automated future. You don't need a computer science degree. And you don't need to learn to code. You just need to learn how to talk to the tools you already have. You need to start thinking with impact.
The real power of AI isn't about what's coming next. It's about what you're missing right now. The phone call you forgot to return, the invoice you didn't send, the client who chose a competitor because they responded first.
It's about clarity, using AI to solve today's problems so you can make smarter moves tomorrow. Now that's it for today's episode of Small Business Big AI. Thanks so much for tuning in.
The entrepreneurial revolution is here, and it's powered by AI.
And guess what? It is not complex. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to look at your tech stack. What's already in there? Open one tool you're already paying for. Go to the settings, find just one AI feature you've never used and turn it on. And that's it. One click, no new subscription, no tutorial, just a quiet shift from busy to better.
Then DM us on LinkedIn. or tag us with the hashtag #SmallBusinessBigAI. Tell us what you tried, what it helped you do, and how it moved the needle in your business.
Your story, your post might be the nudge that someone else needs in order to take action.
Because when enough of us make small moves, the ripple is huge. We're not just building better businesses, we're fueling stronger local economies, more innovation, and entrepreneurs who actually enjoy running their companies.
Exactly. So this is your moment. The barriers are down. The tools are in your hands. The opportunity, well, it's right in front of you. So go claim it. Step into your technology-enabled superpower. And remember, the future of your business is bigger than you think. And the steps you take today will shape the legacy you build tomorrow. Now, I'm Kim.
And I'm Hal.
And this has been Small Business Big AI. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you in the next episode.